Imagine you are walking down a long road. The sky is quiet. The air is cool. The road stretches far ahead. You know where you want to go. But there is one problem. Every few steps you stop, you turn around, you look behind you. Then you begin walking again. A few moments later, you stop once more. Again, you turn around. Again, you look behind you. After a while, you notice something strange. You have been walking for a long time, but you have not gone very far. Not because the road is difficult, not because you are too weak, but because your eyes spend more time looking backward than forward. Many people live this way, not only on a road, but in their everyday lives. They wake up thinking about yesterday, the mistake they made, the opportunity they missed, the words they wish they had never said, the dream they should have started years ago. Their body is here, but their mind is somewhere behind them. Have you ever felt that way? Have you ever thought, if only I had started earlier? If only I had made a different choice? If only I had not failed? Those words sound harmless, but they quietly steal something important. They steal today's attention, and without today's attention, today's progress becomes impossible. The past has an interesting way of speaking to us. It never shouts. It whispers. It says, "Look at your mistake. Remember what happened. Be careful." Sometimes those whispers are helpful. They remind us to grow. They remind us to become wiser. But sometimes they become too loud. They repeat the same memories again and again, not to teach us, but to keep us standing still. There is a big difference between learning from yesterday and living inside yesterday. One helps you move. The other keeps you trapped. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack. Inside the backpack are old memories. Some are happy. Some are painful. Some are moments you cannot change anymore. At first, the backpack does not feel very heavy. You keep walking. But every day you add another stone. One stone is regret. Another stone is embarrassment. Another stone is disappointment. Then you add one more. I should have started earlier. I am too late. I wasted too much time. Soon the backpack becomes difficult to carry. The road has not changed. Your destination has not changed. You have changed. Not because you became weaker, but because you are carrying things you were never meant to carry forever. Many people believe the answer is to walk faster. They tell themselves, I just need more motivation. I need to work harder. I need to catch up. But working harder while carrying unnecessary weight only makes you more tired. Sometimes the first step forward is not adding something new. Sometimes it is putting something down. That is much harder than it sounds. Because we become attached to our past. Even painful memories can become familiar. And familiar things often feel safe. That is why some people keep replaying the same mistake for years. Not because they enjoy it, but because they do not know how to stop. The strange thing is this: yesterday cannot see you. Yesterday cannot hear you. Yesterday cannot change because of your thoughts. No matter how many times you return to it, it remains exactly the same. Only today is listening. Only today can answer your actions. Only today can become tomorrow. This is true in life. It is also true when learning English. Many learners spend more time thinking about what they cannot do than practicing what they can do. They remember every word they forgot, every sentence they could not understand, every conversation that made them nervous. Those memories feel much bigger than today's lesson, so they stop before they even begin. They believe yesterday has already decided tomorrow, but it has not. Think about opening a new book. Would you keep reading the same old page again and again? Of course not. You turn the page, not because the previous page was unimportant, but because the story cannot continue unless you do. Life asks us to do the same. Yesterday is a page, not the whole book. It deserves to be remembered, but it was never meant to become the place where your story ends. So before we continue today's journey, I want to leave you with one simple question. What are you still carrying from yesterday? And do you really need to carry it one more day? The past is not always a bad place. Some of our happiest memories live there. The first time someone believed in us. The first success we celebrated. The people who made us smile. Those memories are beautiful. They remind us that life has given us many gifts. But today, I want to talk about another kind of memory. The memories that quietly tell us we are not enough. They do not arrive with loud voices. They come in simple thoughts. I should have done better. I should have known. I should have tried harder. Many of us hear these sentences so often that we stop noticing them. They become part of our daily thinking. We wake up. We begin our day. And before anything has even happened, yesterday is already speaking. Imagine a student sitting at a desk. There is a new lesson waiting. A fresh notebook. A sharp pencil. A quiet room. Everything is ready. But instead of opening the notebook, the student remembers last week's test. The mistakes. The wrong answers. The feeling of disappointment. Nothing in today's lesson is causing fear. The fear comes from a memory. That happens to many people, not only in school. A person wants to exercise, but they remember the many times they quit before. Someone wants to read a book, but they remember all the unfinished books on their shelf. Someone wants to speak English, but they remember the conversation where they could not find the right words. The present moment gives them a new chance. The past quietly says, "It will happen again." Sometimes we believe that voice. Not because it is true, but because it sounds familiar. Our minds often choose familiar thoughts over helpful ones. That is why change can feel uncomfortable. Even hopeful thoughts can feel strange at first. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. The first fall hurts. The second fall hurts too. After several falls, something interesting happens. Some children become afraid of the bicycle. Not because the bicycle changed, but because their memory became stronger than their curiosity. Adults are not very different. We fall in different ways. We fail at work. We lose confidence. We say the wrong thing. We make mistakes. Slowly, we become careful. Being careful is not always bad. But sometimes being careful turns into being afraid. And fear has a strange habit. It makes small risks look very large. Have you ever noticed that one bad experience can erase 10 good ones? Someone may give you many kind words, but one criticism stays in your mind for weeks. You may finish many successful days, yet one difficult day makes you question everything. Our minds often hold tightly to pain. It is simply part of being human. Knowing this can help us become kinder to ourselves. It means there is nothing unusual about your struggle. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are simply carrying memories the way every human being does. The question is not whether memories exist. They always will. The real question is, who is leading your life today? Your memories? Or your choices? There is an old saying that a car has a large windshield and a small rearview mirror for a reason. You need both. The mirror helps you stay safe. But if you spend all your time looking into it, you cannot drive very far. Life works the same way. The past deserves a quick glance, not a permanent stare. This is especially true when learning English. Many learners remember every word they forgot, but they rarely remember the words they learned. They remember the conversation that embarrassed them, but they forget the sentence they spoke correctly. Slowly, their own progress becomes invisible. Imagine planting a small tree. Every morning you walk outside. Instead of looking at the new leaves, you keep staring at the old dry leaf that fell last week. Would that help the tree grow? Of course not. The tree is busy growing, whether you notice it or not. Your English grows in the same quiet way. One word, one sentence, one page, one conversation. Growth is often too small to see in a single day, but it is never too small to matter. Many people quit because they expect to feel different every day. Real growth is quieter than that. It happens while you are living an ordinary life. It happens on a normal Monday, a quiet Wednesday, a rainy Saturday afternoon. Most important changes do not announce themselves. They simply appear after many ordinary days have passed. Perhaps that is why we miss them. We are looking behind us for proof that we have changed, instead of looking at what we can do today. Today asks only one thing from you. Not perfection, not speed, not a perfect memory. Only one honest step, one sentence, one page, one small action. Yesterday cannot take that step for you. Tomorrow cannot take it either. Only today can. And today's small step is always more powerful than yesterday's biggest regret. Let me ask you a simple question. What do you see when you look in a mirror? You see yourself. You see your face. You see who you are today. But many people have another mirror. It is not made of glass. It is made of memories. When they look into it, they do not see today. They see yesterday. They remember the test they failed. They remember the job they lost. They remember the dream they gave up. They remember the time they felt embarrassed. They keep looking into that old mirror. After some time, they begin to believe that the old picture is still true. But it is not. Yesterday shows who you were. It does not show who you are becoming. That is a big difference. Imagine a little child learning to walk. The child falls down. Then the child stands up again. A few steps later, the child falls again. Does the child stop forever? No. The child smiles. The child tries again. Little by little, walking becomes easy. Now imagine something different. What if the child kept thinking about the first fall every day? What if the child said, "I fell yesterday, so I should never walk again"? That sounds strange, but many adults do something very similar. They fail once. Then they think about that one failure again and again. Soon, they stop trying, not because they cannot do it, but because they believe the old story. Sometimes we tell ourselves stories that are not true anymore. I am not good at languages. I am too old. I always fail. I cannot change. Maybe those words were true many years ago. Maybe they were never true. But even if they were true before, they do not have to stay true forever. People change. Skills grow. Life moves. You move. Every day gives you a chance to become a little different. Think about a tree. In winter, it has no leaves. It looks quiet. Some people may think, This tree is finished, but the tree knows something they do not know. Spring is coming. The tree does not argue. It does not complain. It simply keeps living. Then one day, small green leaves appear. The tree did not become strong in one night. It became strong little by little. People are like that too. Many good things happen quietly. Confidence grows quietly. Hope grows quietly. English grows quietly. You may not notice it today. You may not notice it this week. But if you keep going, one day you will look back and smile. You will see that you are not the same person. When we learn English, we often look at the words we do not know. There are many of them. It is easy to feel tired. But stop for a moment. Think about all the words you know now. Hello. Thank you. Good morning. How are you? Nice to meet you. Those words were new once. Now they are easy. The same thing will happen again. Today's difficult word can become tomorrow's easy word. Today's hard sentence can become tomorrow's simple sentence. That is how learning works. Not all at once. One step at a time. One page at a time. One day at a time. So do not ask, why am I not there yet? Ask, did I move a little today? That question is much kinder. And it is much more useful. Life is not a race with yesterday. Life is a journey with today. If you keep walking, today will slowly become a better yesterday. And tomorrow will be waiting for you with a new road to follow. You do not have to forget yesterday. That is not the goal. Some memories are important. Some memories help us grow. Some memories remind us to be kind. Some memories remind us to be careful. Yesterday is not your enemy. It is part of your story. But it is only one part. It is not the whole book. Think about a person who carries an old box. Inside the box are many things. Old photos, old letters, old clothes. The box is special. The person does not want to throw it away. That is okay. But imagine carrying that box everywhere. To work, to school, to the store, on every walk. After some time, the box becomes heavy. The problem is not the box. The problem is carrying it every day. Many people do the same thing with old memories. They carry them everywhere. When they wake up, when they eat, when they study, when they meet new people. The memory follows them. Soon, it feels like part of who they are. But you are more than one memory. You are more than one mistake. You are more than one bad day. A flower does not stop growing because one day was rainy. The sun comes again. The rain stops. The flower opens little by little. People are like that too. One bad day does not decide your whole life. One bad year does not decide your future. One mistake does not decide who you are. Sometimes we forget this. We think, I made a mistake. Then we slowly change the story. I always make mistakes. Those two sentences are very different. The first sentence talks about one moment. The second sentence becomes part of your identity. Be careful with the stories you tell yourself. You hear your own voice every day. Make it a kind voice. Make it an honest voice. Do not say, I can never do this. Say, this is hard today. Those words are softer. They leave room for tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow will be better. Maybe next week will be better. You do not know yet. So leave the door open. This is true when you learn English. Some days are easy. You understand many words. You feel happy. Then another day comes. Everything feels difficult. You forget simple words. You listen again and again. You still do not understand. That happens to everyone. It does not mean you are moving backward. It only means today is a hard day. Hard days come. Hard days also go. Do not make a forever decision because of one difficult day. Think about the sea. Some days the water is calm. Some days the waves are big. But the sea is still the sea. Your learning is the same. Some days are quiet. Some days are hard. But your journey is still moving. Even when you cannot see it. Even when you cannot feel it. Every page you read matters. Every sentence you hear matters. Every minute you practice matters. Small things become big things. Not in one day, but after many days. One day, you will read a page that once looked impossible. You will smile. Not because the page became easier, but because you became stronger. That change happens very quietly. So quietly that many people miss it. Do not miss your own growth. Look at yourself with gentle eyes. See how far you have come. See what you can do today. Yesterday gave you a lesson. Today gives you a chance. Tomorrow will give you another chance. So keep your eyes on the road. Keep your heart open. And keep walking. One small step is enough. Because one small step always takes you farther than standing still and looking back. Before we say goodbye, I want to ask you one last question. When you wake up tomorrow, where will you look? Will you look at yesterday? Or will you look at today? You can make that choice. It is a small choice. But small choices can change a life. You do not have to forget everything that happened. You do not have to pretend that life was always easy. Some days were hard. Some days made you cry. Some days made you feel lost. Those days were real. They are part of your story. But they are not the end of your story. Every morning is a new page. The page is empty. Yesterday cannot write on it. Only you can. That is wonderful. It means today is full of hope. You may write one small sentence today. Tomorrow you may write another. Soon, many pages will be behind you. One day, you will open your book. You will smile. Not because every page is perfect, but because you never stopped writing. Life is not a perfect story. No one has a perfect story. Every person has hard days. Every person makes mistakes. Every person feels afraid sometimes. You are not alone. Remember that. When you feel slow, someone else feels slow too. When you feel afraid, someone else feels afraid too. When you think, I am not good enough, many people are thinking the same thing. So be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a good friend. You would not tell your friend, you always fail. You would say, try again. I believe in you. There is still time. Give yourself those same words. You deserve them too. Now let us think about English one more time. Do not worry about speaking like a native speaker. Do not worry about knowing every word. Do not worry about being perfect. Just keep learning. Read one page. Learn one word. Listen to one story. Speak one sentence. That is enough. Tomorrow, do one more. Then another. One day, you will notice something. You are reading more easily. You are listening more calmly. You are speaking with more confidence. The change will surprise you. Not because it happened quickly, but because it happened so quietly. That is how many good things grow. A tree grows quietly. The morning sky becomes bright quietly. A child grows quietly. Trust grows quietly. Hope grows quietly. English grows quietly too. You do not have to rush. You only have to keep going. If you stop looking behind you, you will see something beautiful. You will see the road in front of you. You will see new places. You will see new chances. You will see a new version of yourself. That person is already waiting for you. Take one step, then another. Keep your eyes on today. Keep your heart open. Keep learning. Keep smiling. And keep moving forward. Thank you for spending this quiet time with me. I hope these simple words stay with you today. And when you begin something new tomorrow, I hope you remember one simple truth. The past can teach you, but it should never lead you. Your eyes belong on today. Your hope belongs in tomorrow. And your next step begins now. See you in the next story.